Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Breakfast Trades. We will be talking about everything trading related on Tuesday mornings, little tips and tricks here and there. I wanted to bring you guys a quick breakfast safety tip as well. Make sure you never cook your breakfast in a t-shirt. All right, remember that. Never cook your breakfast in a t-shirt. It's likely to catch on fire. You should always cook your breakfast in a frying pan on the stove. All right, last week's episode, we talked about building and organizing a watch list. This week, we're going to build on that a little bit and talk about how to monitor the assets on our watch list, how to look for trade entries, and how to be a little bit of patience, or how to be a little patient and wait for those entries to develop and wait for those trades to develop before just jumping on in. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. All right, everybody. So being patient and waiting for our entries is difficult for most of us, and it's difficult for me sometimes as well. Sometimes I see a good entry and I jump in a little bit early. So what can we do to keep an eye on these without just jumping into a trade right away? Well, obviously we talked about organizing your watch list last time, so make sure you have this organized. And then what we're going to do is, for this strategy, I'm just going to use the 99 SMA. And I'm going to say that above the 99 SMA is bullish, and I want to look to long assets on the daily chart when they're above the 99 SMA. All right. And you could see here, if this was before we were above it and we were getting close, I could just throw this on my watch list. We're going to do a little hindsight here quick just to kind of get into it, and then I'll show you another couple examples. But what you see here is a breakout and a retest on the daily. High volume breakout, nice retest. 2 closes above is my confirmation, so I could just long here with a reasonable stop loss and be long above, basically, right? Obviously easier said than done. Let's say I wasn't in a trade already and I missed out. I could look for another retest here, all right? Or let's say I'm entering way late on, all right, and I want to still catch some of this bullish trend. This is actually something I posted on my Twitter last night. All right, I can wait until I get some bullish pattern breakouts above the 99 SMA, because again, above this SMA, I'm assuming bullishness. So basically what I would do here is be patient and look for an entry. So right now I've got this nice flag forming here. Okay. And I have no entry in this whole flag. Right. I have no closes above and I have no closes below. It's just a nice little downtrend, nice little correction. All right. I have no entry here. So I can either be patient and potentially wait for an entry at maybe a major support. All right. Or I can wait for a breakout confirmation. And for me, I like waiting for breakout. Much easier, much less stress-free, and usually price follows shortly after. If I was patient and I waited for a breakout, now I could buy a retest of this channel with a reasonable stop loss and wait for the continuation. Pretty simple. I'm not getting chopped up trying to long and short or FOMO the top of this here and getting wicked down. All right. I'm just nice and patient. I wait for a breakout. I can set alerts. I can come back and look at this every day after close and see when exactly I get this nice close above. All right. Very stress-free trade. This is when I would look for, this would basically be my trigger. Whereas before this would just be on my watch list because I had no trigger in the meantime. And you could see here, if I entered on this retest, I would now have had about a 35% from the top profit on that trade. All right. Let's look at Doge as well. How are you going to enter Doge right here? There's basically a chop fest, right? So rather than getting chopped up in this price action, I could basically draw this pattern here and hope that this is reaccumulation. Right now, I don't really have any clear patterns or anything. All I can see is that this looks like a major support here. We're above the 99 SMA. We had this really nice strong impulse up here, kind of like this, all right? And I'm just kind of waiting. It's right in the middle of this zone. So for me, I would either have to buy the bottom of the zone down here, or I would have to wait for a breakout, and I would prefer just to wait for a breakout. All right, simple enough for me. So I could set alerts here. You right click at this level, add alert. You can add an alert. It'll alert you when price hits that. You don't even have to watch it, okay? Otherwise, I can check on this daily or every couple of days to see if I get a close above. And once I get a close above, I can look for a long entry. All right, that's pretty much all I have to do here, is not spend my time looking at this dumb chart every day going basically sideways, especially for the last 3 days. You can see here it's been very, very tight sideways. Lots of chopping up going on here. No reason for me to waste my time on this chart. No reason for me to force an entry. No reason for me to spend all my time focused on this chart when there's plenty of other charts with probably better setups, or maybe some entries that have already come and gone, or maybe an entry coming up. All right, so let's take a look at KNC Bitcoin. And what we see here is we're actually below the 99 SMA. So per this strategy, I cannot trade yet. I cannot take a long here, but I could maybe set alerts here for when this breaks, or I could just keep an eye on this and know that if I get a break up here, all right, if I get a break up here and a retest, then I can look for a long. All right, so there's no reason for me to force a trade here. No reason for me to try to get in early and risk getting stopped out before it pops up. No reason for me to FOMO up here on this little wick above because I didn't get a close above. And remember, for my strategy here, I need 2 closes above. So even if I would have had one up here and the other one down, I wouldn't have been able to enter. All right, so that's basically what I'd be waiting here. This is getting very close to the 99 SMA. So here, I might not even have it on my watch list. Here, I wouldn't have it on my watch list. And remember, I'm not trying to catch a bottom here. But now, once we start to get closer, now I can add it to my watch list and keep a better eye on this for when it gets over here. Because as we've seen, when the 99 SMA breaks above, we get usually some nice uptrends, especially once it's confirmed on hold. Now, another one, we have obviously broken above and held. And now what do I do here? Do I buy this a million times and get chopped up here? Let me zoom out and take my parallel channel here and draw a flag, because this looks like it's flagging of some sorts. All right. And this looks pretty good to me, I would say, somewhere around here. Okay, so it looks like we've got a nice bullish channel here, and we're right in the middle of it. I can't do anything here. What I can do is assume bullishness above the 99 SMA, and I can wait for a close above my level here. So again, I can set an alert. I can simply check on this daily for a close above, or if I get a close below, then my next area of interest is going to be a next support below, which would potentially coincide with the 99 SMA. All right, so when price is in the middle here, I have no interest in this, and I'm not wasting my time on it. A lot of people keep looking for entries, and they keep getting stopped out over and over looking for these entries right in the middle of ranges. All right, wait for the range lows to get a potential very good R to R entry, because at these range lows, you can pretty much put your stop loss right below this level. All right, up here, for invalidation purposes, I would have to put my stop loss down here, which creates a very wide stop loss, not a very ideal risk to reward. Above here, I have a good entry on a retest with a very tight stop loss as well, because invalidation would basically be just below that. So be patient, you guys. Build these watch lists and start to move things up if they get closer or further away from your entry. So KNC would definitely be high up on my entry, probably higher than Doge. HBAR would already be probably the top. And then Atom would be here with KNC, probably a little bit higher, because Atom's already in an uptrend, whereas I'm waiting for KNC to breach that downtrend line and go into its own uptrend. One more I'm looking at for a stock as well, you can see here, and my daily SMA is at $8 or $9 over here. If I go to the weekly chart, I have a nice, very high volume, clean breakout, and now I'm looking for a retest to see if this holds or not, and consideration of entry on this retest. Just waiting, sitting on my hands, waiting for a retest, waiting to see how this plays out, and then I can consider longs from there as long as it's above. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next episode of Breakfast Trades.